This is our social innovation project. We are Group 1 and we would like to introduce our Taylor's COVID control system located in Taylor's Lakeside campus. COVID-19 has become a changing point to all of us at homes as we are conducted fully online classes and hybrid classes which requires only some students to return to campus for physical classes. But what are the measures taken by Taylors to ensure the safety of their students? In this project, will come about services that allow students to study in campus grounds and utilize all classrooms safely. The aim of our project is to identify the challenges faced by all these students and come up with a solution to improve the situation for ensuring their safety when using campus facilities such as closed spaces, especially classrooms. In this project, we will introduce a new system that allows the university to control students' access and safety to all facilities. This system could also be used in all classrooms to limit contact of students as well as make tracing easier on campus. We have created a questionnaire to be sent out to different groups of students. According to our survey, most classrooms are locked. And in case of a COVID case outbreak on Taylor's campus, there's no known measures or ways to trace the virus or control the spreading. As active users, we should initiate to come up with a creative and effective solution to improve the quality of the system. How can our product be more practical and help the management control outbreak cases? In this project, we aim to target mostly Taylor's university students and college students. According to our survey, only students with Taylor's Campus Entry Pass (TECP) are allowed into campus. Although they can return to campus, many of the classrooms are locked and study spaces are no longer 24 hours. Some students think that it is unfair because they are paying full resources fee but are prohibited from using campus facilities. Last week, they heard a report of an outbreak on Taylor's campus via the Taylor's app but are unable to identify where the virus spread it to and from. Now that classes are fully online, some of them think that they are missing out on campus life. Some might even graduate without experiencing their final year on campus with friends, and for new students who just enrolled, have yet to visit the campus. Our survey led us to find out that a lot of students would still prefer to study on campus grounds and use their libraries and study rooms. During the pandemic, the study rooms and X spaces collaboration rooms are all closed and locked. From the data we've analyzed, a lot of students still prefers to study on campus, even if they're doing revision for exams, they would prefer to stay in campus to study and use their classroom for personal study purposes for various reasons, such as some students find it more convenient to study for exams in the library because there's easy access to study materials and they find it very hard to focus on revision at home as it can be very distracting sometimes. After conducting the surveys, we've come to analyze a few problem statements from campus. According to the survey, majority of students are not satisfied with the services by school since they are paying full amount without being able to fully utilize the school facilities. As well as the university does not have a proper way of handling outbreak cases in campus. Students need to feel safe and protected from the COVID virus during their time in school campus area. That's why we must create an environment where students can feel safe even when they're in the midst of pandemic. Today, technology is so advanced that it can be used as a tool to assist students easily so that students can come to campus and safely return home. That's why we have decided to develop on technology. We have conducted a SWOT analysis on the problem statements. Our strengths are we have plenty of resources and spaces for all kinds of campus activity. However, our weakness is we do not have a system to control the outbreak inside campus, especially when campus is full of enclosed spaces. We can seek inspiration from other institutions such as hospitals, offices, hotels, etc., and that are successful in controlling and handling cases in their facilities. The only challenges we might face are capacity problem. Student enrollment in Taylor's is 15,000 to 20,000. After conducting our analysis, our group collaborated and combined ideas into thinking of solutions to solve the problems. For example, how can we raise the safety of students? By making sure all students scan their QR code upon entering premises and facility, as well as how can we keep control if there's COVID cases seen in rooms or department. Taylor's app should be updated and students can be notified of the infected area. Infected area will be labeled red color and to aware students on the app and should be closed for immediate disinfection. Each student can access a history of spaces and timeline where they've been to, as well as records can be monitored by the management. We can be assured that all surfaces and objects that we touch are virus-free by using the method of UV light disinfection. UV light has been used as means to kill germs and bacteria and viruses. As students, we should be aware of notifications at all times, and if we come in contact into any of the infected areas, we should be tested immediately and quarantined at home if necessary.
The system that we have come up with is called Taylor's COVID control system. This is to address the problems faced by students during the pandemic. We have come up with this system so that there could be better trace of the spread of COVID-19 within the campus. So basically, in this proposed system, students will need to request beforehand a space to use in campus and scan their TSAP and MySejahtera as per usual. Then upon arrival to said space, he or she will have to scan the QR code given on their smartphones to the QR code electric door to enter. They will be tracked by the system and will also be given a fixed duration for the space, as staying stagnant at a single location increases the risk of spreading the virus. Furthermore, after using said space, the automated UV LED lighting system will be turned on automatically by the system and sterilize the used space. The classroom or space will be categorized as unavailable for use in the application for half an hour to at least an hour. So this QR code can also be used in library spaces as shown here. The automated UV light will also turn on to disinfect the frequently touched areas before the next student to use. This is the prototype of the system. So it basically sends notification to the students on which space have been exposed to students infected with COVID-19. The QR code will enable students to use the allowed space on campus. And then it will also show the history of student movement are tracked to easier trace the spread of the virus if there was an outbreak or a new cluster in campus. And beside it, you can see is the the lock, which only open to the QR code that has been provided to the student. So this is the prototype for the UV lighting. So this UV light will automatically turn on to disinfect the room. This UV light can cover a large area of disinfection. There will be 3 tubes of UV light in each classroom, and somehow the UV light and lock are connected so that it shows that when the student has left the classroom, it will immediately turn on and it would disinfect the used area.
The expenses of our operating cost is 30,000, whereas our one-time cost of materials of 3 units of light tubes per classroom and 1 digital auto door lock per classroom and a scanner. Total material cost is 30,000.
We all know that the pandemic has caused a large number of inconvenience to Taylor's Lakeside campus and to its students as well. The Ministry of Higher Education has restricted learning institutions to using online platforms only. We hope that by coming up with this system, we will provide physical facilities for students who need hands-on during the pandemic. By doing so, we hope to provide a more safety-conscious environment while allowing more convenient and accessible resources for all students during the outgoing pandemic. We are confident that the system that we have proposed will allow the students to study in ease by fully utilizing the university resources that are provided for the students during the post-pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you.